All right, you are still watching Ways. It's National Non-Profit Day. Somewhere a volunteer reads to school children. At same point, a patient receives steady medication. A lawyer provides legal services for low-income individuals. A lost soul's life is remembered with dignity thanks to non-profit funeral homes. Elsewhere, a first-time homebuyer moves into his or her own home. NDD reminds us, right? That's the National Non-Profit Day, reminds us that each of these things is possible thanks to non-profit sector. It's the result of the work performed by capable people and organizations through non-profit awareness, research, and aid rich people who need it the most. Now, non-profit also generates tremendous benefits to the surrounding communities and the broader world. So, for the longest of time, I'm unable to think like a businesswoman because everything I do, I live, I eat, I breathe non-profit. And that's why it's easy for me to do a lot of, so if you check my work life, I've done, what's it called? I've done volunteer work for different organizations, you know, for the ones for children, for adults and all of that. I actually love to help people. But at some point, I had to say, you can only do non-profit when you're a billionaire. Yeah, I wonder. So at some point, you need to learn how to separate your philanthropy side to what you really need to do to be able to earn income. Yeah. Because I really love the idea of non-profit because it has really helped a lot of people. But I think we need to start separating it, especially for people that are not really thinking business minds. Think about it because you can only be useful to anybody if you actually have something, right? And so I learned that. So I started, okay, this one, I have to make money out of it. No more freebies anymore and all of that. But it's still I'm not there yet, but it's still coming.
It's not so much about just being a giver. At the end of the day, too, it might be a sense of purpose and, you know, destiny. And you find that, look, it's in me, I just have to give it to the world. And keep forgetting that some people are making billions out of what you are freely giving away. Because for everything, even NGOs make money. People donate. The people that will run around, they will say it's for logistics and everything. But somebody is pocketing per diem and whatever as an NGO. So learn to put a price tag on your service. But when you're doing it for ministry, then maybe you can say, oh, this one I did for the house of God.
How about you, Elsie? What's your experience with non-profit?
So, like you said, for the longest of time, I've been trying to launch a project. But I think laziness, funds, Nigeria, because the last time I really wanted to do it, I went to the bank to open an account because I wanted to do it like properly. I have this idea, you know. I think I mentioned it one time on the show when we had the lady who gives free pads to people.
Yes.
You know, and I went there and then I had to even start paying extra money again to open the accounts and everything. I'm like, it's not profit I want to do. I don't understand. You people don't that is NGO money. But I know that I will do it. I know I will. I think the only barrier I've had now is having to go through the rigorous banking law. Right? So I also think that if I see any fintech product now that tells me you can open an NGO bank account without having to go through that process, I think it would be the first step that I would take to be able to kick it off.
So rigorous.
So when you want to
all the directors,
you know my
I have to look for them.
I have an NGO. Yes, you have to first of all set up CAC under the. But it's actually it's a long process,
right?
Yeah, but
checks and balances.
Then they now get the SCUML certificate. Getting the certificate is not the problem. It's the fact that everybody has to sign, and some are in UK, some are in US, some are in this.
No, it depends on how you set up. It depends on how you set up.
Well, with the way this one is set up, they want everybody signed and physical, not even
send it to them.
virtual.
Do you understand? I'm like, how exactly am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to send documents
you need to
from here
revisit
to US, you know?
No, so you need to revisit the structure and set it up in a way that is either or, not everybody at the same time. Do you understand? Because
but
you
she's
really
saying that the people that she has are either or.
You don't get my point. You can go back and restructure that, because for NGO work, if you have people, directors all over the place,
for that.
You have to give authority to the person that is on ground to be able to do their job. If not, it's going to be useless.
This one is just even open bank account.
That's what I'm saying now. So that's
She's saying that the system you use.
I opened, so for me, I didn't
has
need
that-
my
that
directors to
option.
open a bank account. I opened,
Really?
yes. I'm the signatory
I'll
to the
ask,
account.
I'll ask
So
the lawyer
ask
again,
again.
because it's a lawyer who did it,
Yeah,
you know.
so
and
ask again.
I'll ask
Ask
again.
again.
But yeah, that's my journey so far.
Yeah.
I hope that I can
Yeah.
kick that off very soon.
I'm hoping by God's grace next year I'll resume my NGO, because I love what
The one
I do
about
with
the board
children.
games,
Yes, the
Abby?
board games.
I'd like to be-
I love it. As in, anybody that knows me knows that if
And
we are
it's
just
always a packed house.
yes, if I hammer like this, we are going
Now,
straight.
what game you gonna play?
I'm telling you, because it's just so much fun watching the children do
I
those
know.
things. Yeah. All right. So what did we find in the news? Who is ready?
Let me take mine very briefly, because actually is this same. I think I need to shake this energy. Is this same vexing energy that I had?
But Thor is a
all day?
fantastic movie. I don't understand you. Do you know that you are not my friend right now?
I don't understand.
That's the
I
most-
like it. No, this was the comical part of it with the same actors. But today was not the mood
Okay,
for
yeah,
such.
that-
It's not even about Thor, but the way Thor was making me feel. This Pastor Tobi Adegboyega brings, he irks me. No, seriously, he irks me. The attitude with which he addresses people, or the swagger that he carries himself with, it's like, especially because I had seen the Spark Nation BBC documentary about how they had treated certain members of their congregation and used them to set up loans that they defaulted on and ruined these young people's credits. I already had an opinion about it, right? And the fact that he still has people worshiping with him, with all that has happened and these people's lives damaged forever, I don't know how it happens. So he's they have church on Sunday. He's dressed casually as if he's in the Bahamas. First of all, it's summer. One hand in the pockets, one hand on the mic. They're singing a worship song, and all of a sudden this guy comes around and says, "It's okay, stop the music." It was boring me, man. He even said,
bored
"Meh."
to death. I heard that.
And he said, "Meh." And I'm thinking, okay, when you are doing praise and worship, isn't it God that we're all really serving? You're just a servant trying to coordinate us in worshiping God. So if you can stop God's music and say it's because you are bored, man. And then after he did that, I think they addressed him, and then he now came. I don't know if they get to show the clip, but he now actually recorded another small clip saying that you people are vexing for your predecessors, as in, it's a Yoruba way of saying that the people that are bigger than you, the animals that are more equal than you, are the ones you are beefing. That kind, an eagle has no time for the opinion of chickens.
Oh, chicken. But you see, I want to say something, because even when you sent this story to the group, I told you people, I said, this man obviously is looking for clout.
Yes.
And you people
And
is
you people keep
obvious.
giving it to him.
You are giving it
You
to
are the
him
one,
too.
No, I won't give it because I just said it because I know it's in social media. The same way Instagram will carry a Bobrisky or a James, and you'll be telling them that why are you bothering? It's because you report such things.
Yeah.
But bloggers.
But the guy is actually obviously looking for. First of all, after all that
he's a
drama that
clout
happened
chaser.
with the UK government and all
Documentary
of that,
investigations.
so he's just trying to make sure he rides on that and just stays in the news. And you guys are just giving him publicity.
Is good publicity. Whether it's negative, you spin it around.
Yeah.
You make yourself.
Well, I wanted to say that when I
Also
listened to
good.
that audio, for me, it was not. It was quite interesting to pick his mind. So sometimes music is not about you or how you feel.
Yeah.
Somebody else
Needs
the
that
way
worship song.
the way it ministers to you, it ministers differently, completely differently to somebody else. So I'm wondering that you are a pastor, you should have known better. But hey,
He talks as if they're having a barbecue at the back of his house, and he's like, "Oh, tell that DJ to leave it and let's play some music from someone's."
yeah.
See how he looking at me.
Because I can't even
Relate.
engage in a conversation about him. Like,
Yeah.
when I see it, I just
just scroll past, I'm telling you.
Anyway, back to politics. This is very simple and short. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu visits Obasanjo today in Ogun State. The APC presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, is okay. That was at the time. Had a meeting with former President Olusegun Obasanjo behind closed doors in Abeokuta. We don't know what the outcome of the meeting is yet, or how the media is going to spin it, or what the press release is going to look like. But I'm guessing by tomorrow there will be enough gist from that meeting. It's also interesting to see the type of alliance everybody, not just himself, everybody is visiting everybody now. Those that are on the tickets.
Yeah, Peter will be visited Femi Kuti.
You know, so it's just interesting to watch, and I'm watching closely. In fact, I don't know what I want to write this Friday, but I'm sure it will come to me. You know.
For the blog,
so,
right?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on them and the drama and keep making up our minds, because we still have a long, how many days to go now? I think about 193, right? To go to the poll. So we'll make up our minds soon.
So my story is actually tied to what we are taking yesterday about the power grid. You know, they had said they were in talks with the stakeholders that, you know, there was not going to be anything, but about 2 hours ago, a report came out and a video actually surfaced. I don't know if they have that video surfaced, where the power holding, so the National Union of Electricity Employees in Abuja, you know, Kaduna and other states embarked on this nationwide strike that they had threatened that they were going to go on. So they shut down, you know, you could see the video of the video of the workers were seen shutting down the Abuja Transmission Company station. So we don't know what this means. You know, the workers under the aegis of National Union of Electricity Employees is protesting the non-payment of outstanding arrears owed to former workers of the defunct Power Holding Company of Nigeria, suspension of conditions of service and career path of workers, amongst other things. So that is why they are shutting down. So their salaries that are being owed and all of that. So let's see how this would play out. Although Nigerians are a bit, you know, indifferent about it, because somebody was saying that there was no regular light anyway before this is happening. But hey, we'll just keep an eye on it. Want to see how this will span out and how they would probably resolve the issue.
The fact that they wrote to them yesterday and they just said, give us 2 weeks.
Give us time.
If you don't even give 2 weeks, why not give 48 hours grace instead of insisting? But like I told you, I had electricity at times I shouldn't have had it today. And Elsie said, even when they say it, some people have, some don't. So I don't really know if it has an effect.
So let's see how it goes, you know, let's see how it plays out. But I'm really, like, I really 100% agree with you. They had already written. It's not like they ignored.
They ignored totally.
They had written a letter to say
Almost
to you guys, give us time. Immediately you brought out this. I don't know why. But again, you see, we are in a critical state. Everybody should understand that the election season. Everyone. Yeah, so I have to quickly grab what I can grab now, because this is the only time they will listen to me.
Some people also deliberately disrupt the economy,
the system.
Just because.
Yes. Absolutely. True. All right, so on that note, to take a break, let us see, among all these challenges that we are seeing in the country, how do we make money? All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.